So today I'm going to be trying out a Lofuanna Polygel Kit. Retails for $8 on Temu, and it comes in this box right here with the ingredients at the back. So if you want to see more, let's open up the box and see what we got. So the first thing I see when I open up the box are some dual forms, a whole bag of dual forms, and these are curved dual forms. Next I got a clip. These are used to hold the dual forms in place. Then a hand file. Next I got a polygel brush without the picker, then slip solution. So I really didn't like how this bottle of slip solution was looking, and when I opened it up, I didn't like what I'm seeing right here, so I ended up throwing this out because I wasn't sure if this was contaminated or not. It just wasn't looking right, so I decided to throw this out. So we also got 4 polygels, and all of them came in their individual bags, which is really good, so that if any of them spill, it wouldn't mess up the polygel kit. And I am just going to be swatching all of the polygel for y'all to see. As usual, the polygels came sealed, so I'm just going to be doing that. These are more nude polygels, and I really like that we got a clear polygel as well in this kit, and all of the colors looked really nice, and I was so excited to try this polygel kit. This would be my first time ever trying a polygel kit from Temu. So this is how all of the polygels looked when I cured it. So let's get into the nail tutorial. I am going to be using these nail tips that I also got from Temu. These are, well, I thought they were 2XL nail tips, but they are actually 3XL nail tips, and I only realized that when I was doing this nail set right here, because I noticed that these nails were super long. However, on the Temu website, they do say 2XL nail tips, so I don't know why they sent me 3XL, but that's okay. So I'm just finding my sizes right here. Also, what I noticed about these nail tips is that they gave me 2 packs of size 4s and 2 packs of size 5 nail tips, which is really good. They got extra points because of that, because for me, my index nail and my ring nail is the same size. So because of that, my size 4 nail tips usually runs out before the rest of the nail tips run out, and then I would have to purchase a whole new set of nails in order to get the size for my index nail and ring nail, which is pretty annoying. So this is kind of a big deal what they did. I really like that. So I did apply some sunscreen to my hand to protect my skin, since it is going to be in the lamp often during this video. Next, I am applying all of the nail tips using my Mother Wants Meow nail lamp, and I'm using gel base coat to apply the nail tips. So someone told me that I should remove the blue sticky layer on the base of my nail lamp because it can mess up the way that your nails cure. So keep that in mind. I usually used to keep mine on because I didn't think it did anything to the nail lamp, but it actually does. I'm going to be using this pinkish nude polygel and clear polygel, and I'm also using rubbing alcohol as my slip solution. So I did cut down the nail tips, and now I'm just applying gel base coat to all of the nails. Then I would cure that in my lamp for 30 seconds. Now I'm using the polygel brush provided. So So I'm starting with the pink polygel right here, and I'm just going to be applying it to the middle nail. Then I will just evenly distribute the polygel on the middle nail, making sure that the whole nail is covered with the polygel. And this is such a pretty color. I really like this shade of pink. It's more of a dusty pink and I really like it. Hey guys, so far the polygel is really stiff in a good way. Like it moves when you want it to move, but when you leave it on a nail it's stiff. So that is a good thing so far. I don't see a problem with it when it comes to that. However, using this brush, which is intended to be used for gel polish, I'm not sure if I should be using this, but this is what they provided, so I will continue using it. But I think I would have gotten better results, well, a lot better results, because the results are good so far, but I think I would have gotten better results if I were to use a polygel brush. But that's okay, the polygel is stiff. I feel a bit of resistance when I am pulling it to cover the nail, and I like stiffer polygel because I don't like when the polygel is too runny. So far so good. However, I am interested to see how this polygel ombre is, because usually when polygel is so stiff, it doesn't ombre as good as I would like it to. So we will wait and see, because I'm going to be doing some glitter ombre nails in this nail set. So I just wanted to see how the polygel works first. I don't like to start off doing ombre nails with new glitter. I like to use it on a whole nail just to see how it operates. Then I would do the ombre. So right here the polygel isn't blending fully. It is blending, but not like seamless and quick. I want things to be blended quick. I don't like to wait, but it's fine, you know, just have to apply a little more pressure than usual. Dragging the polygel isn't really easy to do, but it's doable. It just takes a lot of pressure to do it, but I'm getting there. So I like to flip my finger over and just pass it parallel to the nail to remove a lot of the polygel from the sides, so that when I'm filing I don't have to do that, and it's easier when I'm filing, and it just gives me the shape that I want pretty quickly and reduces the amount of time it takes for me to file. Do you guys see how much polygel is going to the tip of the nail? That's because I'm pulling off a lot of the polygel, and the shape of this nail tip is ballerina, so I wanted to maintain the shape by doing that. Do you guys see? The nail was square before and now it's more ballerina. Then I have to pull the polygel a little bit because it got a little lopsided. It's kind of difficult to explain, but sometimes you have to pull and push the polygel in order to get it how you want it to be. But this polygel is stiff. It's stiff. Like, it's an arm workout trying to get this polygel to move. When using the polygel a lot, you realize a few things about it, and that's one thing. It is doable, but it's low-key kind of annoying too. I'm accustomed to Mocart polygel, which is stiff, but not this stiff. So this looks good. I can file the rest. This is the side view. It's looking good. Have to put another bead to build the apex. So I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds, just in case, because I don't really know much about this polygel. So 60 seconds for this. Nice. Now I'm going to be applying my second bead. This bead is mainly for the apex. So what I like to do is push the polygel up to create a line across the nail, a straight line. It doesn't have to be super straight, but straight enough. So I push the polygel and make sure to blend the polygel out if it needs blending anywhere, and shape it out right here, like get a nice rounded shape. So I pat that in place. Then when I am ready, I would feed this into the uncured polygel to create the ombre. I like to gear up to do it, so I start by doing this, faking it, then pulling it when I'm ready. Stiff, very stiff. Oh my goodness. Doing an ombre is going to be difficult. So this polygel is really nice, as I said before. However, it is really stiff, and I found a way to work around that. I kind of forgot that when polygel is really stiff, you can use gel base coat and it makes it really soft. So on the other nails, I did use gel base coat and it made the polygel really soft. So yes, that's kind of like a nail hack that y'all should know. If polygel is really stiff, just use gel base coat as slip solution and it makes the polygel really soft. So I just showed a side profile of the nail, and from the apex to the tip of the nail, it wasn't a gradual flow and I didn't like how that was looking. So I decided to apply another bead right where the apex flows into the tip to create that flow. So I'm just applying a small bead of the polygel and distributing that just to get that nice seamless flow. And when I'm satisfied, I would cure that for 30 seconds. So I did the pinky nail off camera. Now on the ring nail, I am using the nude polygel and I'm using gel base coat as slip solution. So I applied a small bead of the nude polygel at the nail bed area of the ring nail. Then using the gel base coat, I placed some on the polygel so that the polygel would be easier to mold. And then I'm just going to be distributing the polygel around the nail bed area only. I'm going to be creating an ombre, so the nude polygel would just be at the nail bed area. So I just distribute it around the cuticle area, making sure that it fits nicely around that area and it's not too thick around the cuticle area. It needs to look seamless. And I just pat the polygel and bring it up the nail. I want to be able to hide the area where the nail tip and my natural nails meet. I want to be able to hide that. So I bring it up the nail past that area, and then I would fade the polygel into the nail tip and cure that for 30 seconds. I did apply way too much polygel, so I'm just removing some right here. Then I am going to be fading the polygel into the nail tip and curing for 30 seconds. Now onto the thumbnail, I am going to be doing the same thing and I'm just going to be distributing that around the cuticle area and making sure that it fits nicely. Next, I will just bring the polygel up the nail. I want to hide my natural nails and where the nail tip and my natural nail meets. So I want to hide that. So I bring the polygel up the nail and then I fade the polygel into the nail tip and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to be using these Aurora Holographic Flake sequences on the nail. And I really didn't like this container that it came in. It was so difficult to open. Oh my goodness. So I am just applying some gel base coat to the ring nail. And then before curing that, I am applying some glitter on the nail first with my gel brush, making sure to distribute it evenly on the nail into a sort of pattern. I don't want too much glitter, but I don't want it to be too little as well. So yeah, I'm just doing that. Then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm applying another layer of gel base coat to the whole ring nail, and then I'm just going to be picking up some of these Aurora flake sequences and placing it on the ring nail. Then I cured for 30 seconds. So I'm also going to be using these pink glitters on the ring nails. So I applied another layer of gel base coat. Then I'm going to be picking up some of this pink glitter and placing it on the nail. Then I would cure that as well for 30 seconds. Now I'm taking some clear polygel and I'm just going to be placing that on the ring nail, and I would evenly distribute that very thin on the ring nail. Next, I'm going to be using some butterfly glitters and placing it on top of the clear polygel and making sure and pat it so that it lays flat. And the glitters didn't lay that flat, but it was okay enough to adhere the glitter butterflies. Now I'm just placing some more glitter on the nail just because I felt like it needed a little more glitter. So I felt like the nail was still missing something. So I'm going to be using these 3D nail art shell slices that I also got from Temu. So I just broke apart a few of them into smaller pieces. I did not cure the butterfly glitters just yet, so the butterflies are still uncured on the nail. So right here I'm just applying the 3D slices to my nail, and then when I'm satisfied with how that looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now on to the thumbnail, I applied a layer of gel base coat, then I placed some of the iridescent glitter on the nail, then I am using some of the Aurora flake sequences and the 3D nail art shell slices, and I just placed it on the nail, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So with the thumbnail, I was more intentional about what I wanted to apply to the thumbnail. However, on the ring nail, I was a bit confused as to what I wanted to apply. So that's why I cured the nail so many times, because I just kept adding stuff to it. But with the thumbnail, I knew what I wanted to do. Then I placed some clear polygel on the nail, but I didn't show myself doing that because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going really quickly with the thumbnail. So I placed a thin layer of clear polygel, then I applied the glitter butterflies and cured that for 30 seconds. So this is how the thumbnail is looking. So now I'm also placing some silver foils on the nails. So anyway, I'm just using gel base coat on the ring nail and the thumbnail just to seal in all of the sequences and glitters and foils on the nail so that when I am encapsulating, it does not move. Now I'm going to be encapsulating those two nails, so I'm using the Lofuanna clear polygel to encapsulate, and I was pleasantly surprised at how clear this clear polygel actually is. I really like it. So I'm just distributing the polygel on the nail, making sure that it covers the whole nail so that all of my glitters and sequences are protected. When I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure for 30 seconds. Now on the index nail, I'm going to be doing a color block and an ombre nail. So I just placed a bead of the nude polygel and I'm evenly distributing that around the cuticle area. And this section is going to be a color block. So I make sure to bring the polygel up the nail a bit to cover my natural nail. And then I would square that off and make sure that it looks really neat and nice. And I would cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I'm going in with a second bead just to build the thickness of this area, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I just use some rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness, and then I would file to get a straight line across the nail. So after filing, I applied some gel base coat on the index nail, just one small section of the index nail. So I applied the gel base coat, and before curing that, I placed some of the iridescent glitter on that section only, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I am applying some clear polygel to encapsulate that section, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. I had to do 2 layers of clear polygel in order to build the thickness of this section, and curing each layer for 30 seconds. So if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button below, comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This really helps the channel when you do that. Next, I'm going to use rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness, and then I would file to get a straight line. Now I'm going to be applying some of the nude polygel again, and this time I'm going to be ombreing this section. So I just distribute the polygel to one section of the nail, making sure that it covers that section really nicely. Then I make sure to maintain that straight line across the nail. Then when I'm ready, I would fade the polygel into the nail tip and I would cure that for 30 seconds. And by the way, this nail set is inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest, so I would leave my nail inspo right here. Now I'm going to be applying gel base coat to the tip of the index nail. Then before curing that, I am going to be applying some of the iridescent glitter. Then some of this pink glitter. Then I cured for 30 seconds. Next, I applied another layer of gel base coat. Then I'm going to be placing some of the 3D shells and sequences on the index nail, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I applied a thin layer of clear polygel to the index nail, and I am going to be placing some of the glitter butterflies on the nail. Then I placed some silver foil on the nail and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So I was supposed to apply gel base coat to seal down all of the glitters for when I am encapsulating the nail, but I guess I forgot that part. So I'm just using the clear polygel to encapsulate the index nail, just the tip area of the index nail, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness from the nails, and then I would file the nails. So I'm just going to be showing you guys how to use the sanding band disc. So I'm going to be placing that on my e-file so that I can use it to get some straight free edges, because I do use peel off base coat on my nails. So when I file the nails, sometimes the nail tips pop off really easily. So by using these sanding band discs, I can ensure that I get really straight free edges and the nail tips hopefully would not pop off. And I really like the sanding band disc. I like it a lot. So now I'm just buffing the surface of the nails. So this is after filing of the nails. Now I'm going to be using some rhinestones on the nails, and I'm using my pink triangular tray, and I really like it. I got this from Temu as well. So I just pour some rhinestones into the tray. Then I am applying some gel base coat to all of the nails, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. And I am applying gel base coat to remove the scratches on the nail. Usually when I apply gel base coat first, it removes the scratches from the nails. Next, I'm going to be using some Rhinestone Glue, also from Temu. So I'm just opening it right here. So I'm just placing some of the Rhinestone Glue on the index nail. Then I'm applying some gel top coat to the index nail as well. Then before curing that, I'm going to be applying some rhinestones to the index nail, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. Now onto the pinky nail, I'm just going to be placing some rhinestone glue and then some gel top coat and placing some rhinestones on the pinky nail as well and curing for 30 seconds. Next, I'm going to be top coating the rest of the nails and curing that for 30 seconds. Then I top coat the underside of the glitter nails and cured that for 30 seconds. So on the middle nail, I'm applying some rhinestone glue to the whole nail. Then I'm applying gel top coat. And before curing that, I'm going to be placing some rhinestones on the nail and also some 3D butterflies. And I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking. So now I'm going to be using this cuticle oil that I also got from Temu. So I'm just going to be using that to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, this is the finished look, and this is my first nail set using products from Temu. I really like how this nail set turned out, and this polygel kit from Lofuanna is a really good polygel kit. The fact that it is only $8 and you get most of what you would need to do a full set of nails is really crazy. I like all of the colors that was included in this kit. I was pleasantly surprised at how clear the clear polygel was, and I am really loving this polygel kit. So y'all will let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.